We're broadcasting live from Hispanicize 2012 right here in Miami Beach. The Latino Cyberguy, Jose Vargas Uyog, giving you the latest. And as I promised you, there's celebrities in the house. And I'm going to invite a person that I know from way back in the day, but probably you don't know who he is. Pepe, come on and join me in the little camera frame here.
Oh, yeah.
Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Now, if anybody, particularly people of my age, remember Zoot Suit, you probably remember Pepe Serna.
Yeah, Pepe Serna at the Mark Taper Forum, 1978.
Yes, and who produced that? Who was that?
Well, Luis Valdez was the writer-director, and Gordon Davidson was the director of the...
Executive producer. I would say executive producer.
Yeah.
So for those who remember Zoot Suit, probably one of the controversial historical happenings in Los Angeles that really began to shape Latino futures in politics because, as you know, back in the 40s, and every city or every state in the United States had some sort of discrimination. And the landmark case for a lot of people was the Zoot Suit riots, which happened to be during the war. And of course, a lot of Latinos were in World War II. And to come back to a country that, you know, because we love to dress fashionably, and that was a fashion, the typical, you know, the hat, the chain, and the baggy pants. And a lot of people still enjoy that fashion, but it also caused controversy.
A lot of controversy. Los tramos, el tacuche, la lisa, los calcos.
And that was like everybody else, their own language. And you know, now we say it's hip, it's the bomb. We have different words to mean the same things. But Pepe Serna has long been an actor, and of course that is one of his famous ones. He's been in a lot of other places, like you've been on Rooster and
Roosters at the new LATC on Spring Street in LA. We do the Virgen de Guadalupe every year at the cathedral. And I came to the United States. Well, I'm from Texas originally, but I lived in Mexico City, and I did the production of Hair in Acapulco.
Now that's, if you ever get a chance to see a play, Hair, and back in the 60s that was controversial. Not because everybody was todo loco, the hair had to do something with it, but it was also the first time that
everybody was nude.
That's right. So it's amazing how times have changed, because that's now nobody even winks an eye at that anymore.
Right.
But in the 60s that was the total shock. But Pepe, tell us a little bit about your life, and I know you're an actor, but you're also involved in a lot of other projects besides acting. Do you have a foundation, or is it nonprofits that you're working with?
Well, right now I do a lot of improvisational workshops throughout the country, and it becomes a Pepified, Cernified, and Breakthrough Improv. But what I'm really working on right now is with AmeriSciences. NASA picked AmeriSciences to be the first company that they joined up with as the Space Act Agreement for antioxidants and anti-radiation for the astronauts. And it's how to live a healthier, cleaner life. That 67% of the country is overweight, 33% is obese.
Yeah, and that's something that we come back to, because we come from a culture that's been very healthy. You know, my parents and our parents lived to be long ages. My abuelita lived to be 102, my abuelita 95. And she didn't get diabetes till like 99 years old. And my abuelito never had any sickness because he fell and broke his hip at 95.
Yeah.
And he couldn't recover as fast as a young person. Right. You know, time takes its toll. But yeah, it is a big problem within our community. So do you have a website, or are you presenting?
Yeah, if you go to either Pepe at pepeserna.com or Pepe Diane 44 at gmail.com.
So those are the websites to check it out about his foundation. But a lot of people, you know,
go to AmeriSciences, AMERI Sciences, SCIENCES, and read up on all the good things that we're doing.
Because how much money you make in the world, or you have the best application and you're living large, you don't have health, forget it.
And if you're in Houston, next week, the 20th and 21st, you can log on to AmeriSciences and say that Pepe Serna sent you, and you can come to the conference in Northern Sheraton. And
I'd say compliments Pepe Serna. But he also mentioned another thing, because standing in front of a camera and acting is a whole different ballgame. For a lot of people, even taking a picture of themselves, they feel very uncomfortable.
Right.
And so if I was a person and I wanted to be an actor, because a lot of people aspire to be actors, is what is one recommendation you might want to make them, particularly Latinos, because my dad isn't a Steven Spielberg where I have the opportunity just to walk in and learn from, he'll put me anywhere and I'll be famous.
But your dad isn't Steven Spielberg. But if you know who Steven Spielberg is, then you can just pretend he's your dad and say you are to the manner born. Because you can do anything, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. There's so many things. If you have it in your heart to do something, then you have to do it. You have to change the habits that we have. Oh, well, I want to, I wish I could. It's not going to come to you. Success doesn't come to you. You have to go to success. So the cue is the same thing. You have to change the routine in your habit. Then the reward will be what you want it to be.
And there you have it. Tips from our celebrity here today. And of course, you can also reach him at, is there an email or is there a Twitter or something?
Pepe at pepeserna.com is my email.
Yes, and he's also on my Facebook, so if you want to go to my Facebook, the Latino Cyberguy, you'll check him out as my friend, in case you didn't get the name. You'll see his face, and you know his words. You got to go for it, because the 21st century, the 22nd century, and beyond is already here.
And not only that, Hispanicize is a business, a multi-level marketing company. So if you come on board, then anybody who comes in under you, you're making a profit off of. And it's healthy and about business. You don't have a job, this is a good place to go right now.
So read up, do your fiduciary duty. That means investigate. And if you think it's okay for you, then go for it, because he's one of the success stories that are here today. Thank you, Pepe.
Thank you.